What about caffeine? Okay, good question. So, caffeine is a legal performance agent, and when used in certain doses and when testing your tolerance to it, can be really effective for helping you from any rate of race, from a 5K all the way up to a 100-mile run. So our general recommendations for caffeine is that for races that are shorter or half Ironman or shorter, you can caffeinate the entire time. However, if you're going to caffeinate the entire time, make sure you practice with caffeinated products in training. We've talked about this, right? Nothing new on race day. So anything you're trying on race day, make sure you've done in training. Alrighty. Now, what about for efforts that are longer than a half Ironman? Well, we like to think about starting caffeine in an Ironman, for example, about 2/3 of the way through the bike, halfway through the bike, depending upon how you're feeling and what your tolerance is. And then once you start caffeine, you stay on caffeine. If you're in running races, again, a marathon, I would caffeinate that thing the entire way. If you're working on 50 milers, 100 milers, those sorts of events, again, I wouldn't start with caffeine right away. I would try to make it till at least the halfway mark. For me, I like to take in caffeine as soon as it gets dark, because it sort of gives you a little bit of pick-me-up as the sun's going down, you're feeling your energy flag, you take some caffeine, whoop, you're feeling good. Related to this question, some of you had also asked about Coke or cola. So, a couple benefits with cola, which is offered in most Ironman branded races in the run, for both half Ironmans and full Ironmans. For non-Ironman branded triathlons, sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. Same thing with ultras, sometimes they have the cola, sometimes they don't. So, if you're going to be doing a race and they have cola and you're curious about it, a few things to take note. We recommend that you hold off starting on cola for as long as possible. Once you start on it, you become pretty dependent on it, not just because of the caffeine that's in it, but because of that simple sugar. However, if you're really flailing and you're really having a hard time with your energy levels, cola can be a great pick-me-up. Another thing that cola is good for, if you're having really problematic GI distress, cola can help settle your stomach, particularly if you take it with some Tums. I know, that sounds amazingly delicious, but it can definitely bring you back from the dead. I know that it's helped me quite a few times in some of the longer races I've done. A couple Tums and some Coke, and I'm feeling right as rain. Related to that, if you are having some GI distress and you take in some cola and you take in some Tums, slow down as well. Don't keep trying to go at that race pace. You have to slow down a little bit, let your body take in those fluids, let your body deal with the stressor. I have often found in racing that if I take 15 minutes, I slow down, I eat something, I drink something, and I chill out, I can come back from the dead repeatedly. So keep that in mind. If you have any more questions about caffeine, about cola, about GI distress, please feel free to leave the answers in the comment, or leave your questions in the comments, or send me an email, maria@nolimitendurance.com. Thank you.